My name is Jacobi Petrucciani. I'm a senior at Purdue University, and my business is Mimir Corporation. And what we do is we automate computer science like coursework and projects in the way that WebAssign does for your math and science. So what we do is we automate the actual running of the code, and we do it all on our servers. So they would basically just buy licenses, and then they would allow their students to log in and upload all their stuff to our servers, and we'd handle everything from there and then just give back grades. We do a couple different business models. For the smaller schools, we'll offer a per seat basis so they can pay per student, or we can charge the student individually like what WebAssign does. In that model, it's $25 per seat per semester. So, I mean, if you have multiple CS classes and your school is using us for all of them, you could end up paying, $50 a semester. But most schools so far have sprung for the other business model, which is where they pay for up to so many seats, and then they foot that bill and then give it to the students for free. We're very feedback oriented, so we have a service installed that puts a little button at the bottom of every page on our website that teachers or students can hit at any time and instantly talk to any of the founders. I got my first computer at the age of 7, and I've been programming and messing with all that IT stuff since then. So my first entrepreneurial experience was probably in 7th grade, where I had my dad help me start a little LLC here in Indiana to do contract IT work and IT consulting. Even at companies, I did some IT work for some big companies that my dad has friends at. I used to be really into ethical hacking. It's white hat hacking. I mean, I used to charge people to test their networks and stuff for them. So I'm the CIO, I'm the Chief Infrastructure Officer. So I work on maintaining all of our servers, maintaining basically anything that's more technical than the website design. I have 2 other founders, Prahasith and Colton, and we've known each other, over 8 years now. And we've been working on projects together since we met, basically. And they went to my high school, and they're here at Purdue as well. 2 years ago, we started Mimir, and we've been working on that ever since. They're basically like me as well. One of them is more on the sales and marketing side, and he also manages the day-to-day business stuff. The other one is more of a web designer, and he's all the UI, UX, front-end stuff, and I'm basically in charge of the whole infrastructure and all the back-end services that run our product. So we initially made a proof of concept version of our product about 2 years ago, and that resulted because of our frustration with the way that computer science was taught here at Purdue. How we're supposed to be the efficient programmers and everything, and when you submit a project, you don't hear back about it for 4 or 5 weeks, and you don't get any feedback on it. You just get a grade, and you don't have any chance to improve on anything that you've done. And so we were really annoyed by that, so we figured we could do it better, and our product can do the same thing that a TA does in weeks, in seconds. We just threw it together in 2 days, a little proof of concept thing. We showed one of our teachers, and he's like, well, that's really cool. You should make that into a product and sell it. And so we did. So our headquarters is technically here out of the Anvil. It's like a startup incubator type place for students of Purdue. And we actually, one of the things that we did with Mimir was we won a competition there for it's like a pitch competition. And there were 25 something entries there. That was last year, where you'd go up and pitch your idea, and then they basically picked which ideas were the best with the best people working on them. And Mimir was our idea there. So we won around $8,000 there with that competition. And from there we decided to make it, take it even bigger than that. So we applied for Y Combinator. So Y Combinator is a startup accelerator based out of Silicon Valley, Mountain View in particular. 2 times a year they'll take a batch of companies. The most recent batch was summer 15, that's the one I was in. All the big people in tech out in Silicon Valley all work with Y Combinator really closely, and a lot of their companies have done very well. Uber, Airbnb, a bunch of others. Reddit was another one that they all went through Y Combinator, and those are billion-dollar companies now. There were a couple of weeks at the beginning of the summer where we were down in the dumps basically, because we were feeling really bad. We hadn't sold a single instructor, but once we started realizing that and realizing what we needed to do to change that was when we really turned it all around and we started picking up. Like near the end of the summer, we were signing a new school every day. We have 42 different colleges right now, and then a couple high schools. So right now we have Johns Hopkins. That's one of our first people on board, actually. They have us in a couple different classes. We have Cornell getting on in about a week with 500 students or something for one class. We have University of Michigan. We have Miami-Dade from Florida, and Pensacola, which is another big one. The next big step for us would be to finish fundraising and start hiring full-time people. We're raising money right now on a seed round, and so we're looking at hiring a designer and 2 salespeople. I don't see my company in 10 years. I think we're on track to be acquired within the next couple of years by either WebAssign, McGraw-Hill, or Pearson, something like that. I really don't see it getting huge because I don't think it's really, like it's something that needs to be there, but I don't think it's something that's going to grow into a massive corporation. Best advice I think I'd give is find something that you're really passionate about, and not just do something that you think will make a lot of money, or something because you want to do something. You need to do something that you're passionate about, because you're going to be working your ass off on it for the next few years.